let's tackle two more teams before we get on to winners and losers and wrap this up for the week. Kind of intertwine them together. So the AL West, the Astros are 5-1. We're all low on the Astros, not only because of the scandal. We've said
I
that
think I had
enough
him
on the
number
show.
1 or 2.
But
Or
well, I was low on them, and Cash was
I
low
thought
on
you said
them, and
weird.
Scott was low on them.
Oh, you did say weird. Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Sorry.
But and then Oakland, a team that a lot of people pick to win the division, are 1-6. What's more likely to keep up, the Astros' success or the Athletics' complete failure?
Astros. I mean, wait. What was the question? More likely.
What's
to
more
keep up?
likely to sustain, the
Oh,
Oakland struggles or the Astros' success?
the Astros' success, for sure.
Okay, tell me why.
Well, the Oakland's really struggling, and like they're
Yeah.
not 1-6 bad, 1-5 bad. Like they're 90-game winners the last couple of years. Like maybe not last year. They didn't even play 90 games. What a shame. But like, I don't know. Like the Astros are still the Astros. Like they're good. Jose Altuve is back. Like the guy is having fun. Brantley's been in and out of the lineup. Yuli Gurriel started out the season in like the 7 or the 8 spot. They moved him up to like the 2 and the 3 and rewarding him for hitting like a manager probably should. Yeah, they're just rolling. They kind of have that vibe, like the free-flowing, fun vibe. And where everybody else is kind of pressing a little bit, they're just like, hey, we have nothing to lose now. Let's go play baseball. And they are. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I could definitely see a scenario where the A's do continue to struggle. Like I think losing Liam Hendricks is huge, especially when you bring in Trevor Rosenthal to replace him, and now he's on the shelf for at least the next 2 months. Plus, Marcus Semion's gone over to the Blue Jays and he's had a really good start to the year, and you replace him with Elvis Andrus, who's on the back end of his career. Like, I can definitely see a situation where the A's struggle and, really don't make any noise. The Astros are off to a great start. Like Bregman, Altuve, Brantley, Gurriel, as you mentioned, Kyle Tucker, like they're going to hit. It's whether or not they pitch, at all. And another weaker division where it's open, like there's a lot of hype around the Angels, but they still haven't proven it. Like, should be the Astros division. As of right now, it's the Astros division to lose with the way that they've come out the gates.
Right now, Oakland and Houston are playing again. So a lot of turnover in April where teams play each other a lot in like small sample sizes. So Houston's winning 1-0. My answer, I'll go Houston's success is less likely to be sustained just based on looking at the Astros. I mean, not the Astros, the Athletics schedule. They went from Houston, who's hot, obviously, who we're just talking about it. So that kind of like cancels it out, in my opinion. You got a hot team, you got a cold team. And then they had to play the Dodgers in between. And that's tough to start a year. They're not going to play the Astros and Dodgers every single time out for the rest of the year. That's not how the schedule works. So I think when they start playing the bottom teams in the Central, the bottom teams in the East, and then in their own division, and then interleague, I think they'll ascend more towards what we've been accustomed to them seeing, accustomed to seeing them over the past few years. On the Astros side, I just, they have Greinke there, but like without Verlander and without, obviously Cole's gone, and without Springer, I just feel like eventually that's gonna bite them. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. But I just think that, the Astros, I've said this before, I just think that roster from 2017 is just slowly chipping away and they're all moving on one by one. I think if not this year, next year or the year after, I think that, it's going to be a new generation of Astros. But if they can replenish and they can reload, then more power to them. But on April 8th, I'll say that the Athletics have a better chance of improving than the Astros do at just completely running away with things. Let's do winners and losers now because we're an hour in. I'm still thinking, so I'll do it to Scott because I know Scott's excited for this segment because he texted us a couple days ago saying he already had it.
Yeah, I did. I did already have it. So my winner of the week is Akil Badu.
All right.
My God.
I mentioned him at the end of our central preview last week. 22-year-old kid, never played above A ball, is a part of the twin system. Rule 5 pick for the Tigers. Major league debut. First pitch he hits a home run. Second game he hits a grand slam. Third game he gets a walk off winner. He's still hitting the cover off the baseball. The kid's got a ton of talent, and he's in a great spot with the Tigers being so poor that he's going to be able to get the chance to play. Honestly, I think they should be playing him every single day until he proves that he is not it. But from what we've seen so far, he looks great. So my applause for Akil Badu. My loser of the week is something that you guys all saw on opening day. Is the fan that tried to steal the ball out of Aaron Judge's glove.
Yeah, clown.
Like, how much of a loser are you?
Maybe that got him hurt.
Maybe it could have,
Nice.
and that guy should feel bad. If anybody knows who that guy is,
Make
teach him some etiquette. Like, you were only out of the stadium for a year. Like, you forget how to act as a human being to not trying to attack a baseball player for
Yeah,
for
it looks like
ball.
a kid late teens, probably maybe in his 20s. Like, this is not an 8-year-old that doesn't know any better.
Yeah, it was definitely an adult male that knew what he was doing.
Silly. I agree 100%.
He's my loser of the week.
Tyler, are you thinking because he stole your winner?
No, no, I'm just gonna go to my my little fantasy friend, Yerman Mercedes.
All right.
Absolute masher. Like, unbelievable. I watched this guy on opening day and I was like, is this flash in a pan or do I go pick this guy up in fantasy? And he's literally my Cinderella story and he takes me to the promised land. I picked him up and I have not been
Good for you.
disappointed.
I'm very happy for you.
He hit a 485-foot home run today.
Yeah. And I had him on the bench in favor
you got a
of
loser for me?
Pedro Severino by accident.
Ooh,
My loser.
nice.
Let me.
We got to prepare. We got to prepare for these things.
I know we got to prepare. There's a lot of losers that we could probably go around here.
There's
Let
so
me
many
pick the first
losers.
guy.
So many.
The first person that I'm gonna call a loser today is
Are you going in your fantasy team?
no. You know what? Yeah, Marcelo Ozuna, absolute loser. Has not done anything. The Braves haven't done anything. Very disappointing. I picked him probably like pretty high up, 3rd, 4th round in fantasy draft, and just not playing well. And for the Braves,
Not
to turn
working
it
out
around-
so far.
Say it again.
Long season though.
I'm
Long
in last
season.
place,
Okay.
like dead last.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you're in last place. My winner's Trey Mancini. What a story that is, right?
Yes.
Coming back from cancer, obviously getting standing ovations everywhere he goes. Obviously, him being on the field is a miracle. Any production that he's going to provide this year is even better. So obviously, I can speak for everyone on the show when we say that we're very happy that Trey Mancini's back in a Baltimore uniform. My loser is baseball. I hate this extra inning rule. I hated it last year. I hate it this year. A complete waste of time. It makes a mockery of the game. You go to a game or you watch a game on TV. You commit 3 hours of your life to a game only for a gimmick right off the bat in the 10th inning. Now, maybe going forward in the future, starting next year, the year after that, I'll concede to started at the 12th inning, but because nobody wants to be there for 6 hours. But to start it right off the bat in the 10th inning is just stupid. I hate it. There's nothing about baseball I hate more than this extra inning rule. I don't like the double headers either with the 7 innings. I think baseball is 9 innings, even if it's 2 games in a day or 1 game, it's 9 innings. I don't know which one I don't like more right now because the Yankees lost 2 extra inning games. I'm going to say that I don't like the extra inning games more. So that's my loser. I don't know if you guys agree. Scott, it hasn't hurt you this year yet, but I can't take it. I don't know if I can handle a whole year of this extra innings.
I hate it too. It did happen on opening day, actually, for the Phillies.
Oh, you won. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they won, so it doesn't affect me as much. But when you lose, it sucks and you hate it. So yeah, all with you. It's one of the worst things that I've ever experienced, and I want it to go away so badly.
I don't like the rule, but I also, on the same side, don't think there's an excuse for any major league roster to not get that run across with a man on second, nobody out.
But if there's
I
no
don't-
excuse, then what's going to happen in the top and the bottom. We're just going to go all night.
That's what I'm saying. If they're playing baseball the correct way, you should be able to score that run every single inning. I watched Jose Altuve take batting practice at Yankee Stadium before the game one time, getting outside fastballs, literally placing them like he was taking a pitching wedge right behind first base. These guys know where they want to hit the ball, and they're capable of it. They just want to smack the ball over the fence, or they just want to rip a double in the gap and have everybody run out, bring out the Gatorade cooler. I don't know. Bunt the guy over, hit a sac fly, and then live to see another day. Not enough teams, away teams at least, or even home teams. Like, all right, yesterday, for example, the Yankees did it, so this is kind of a moot point, but like they didn't win the game. 4-3 Baltimore, bottom of the 9th or bottom of the 10th. Teams should not go for
Gardner.
the win in the bottom half of the 10th or whatever the inning was. It was like 12, 13. I don't know, whatever. Enough home teams should take the tie and keep pitching.
Yeah.
Like, continue the game. Like, that should be goal number one. If you can scratch that second run across, fine. But you should just go until you have a home half of the inning where the game is tied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Michael K was saying that. I don't know who their color analyst is. I don't watch a Yankee games.
David Cohn.
But they're saying that like the away team should be more willing to go for a big inning versus the home team should be more willing to play small ball and just kind of keep the game going
For sure.
because they have that opportunity. Like you have that advantage of hitting last. Like they should do that. And you're right, Ty. Like it's surprising that teams don't do it more. Like you should be a guaranteed run every single time.
Yeah, I think it's also the pitching aspect where it's like if you're being okay as an organization with just prolonging the game, saying like, hey, we'll keep going tit for tat, inning for inning, like we'll play till the 20th inning, but like you're stretching your bullpen out like ridiculously if you're okay with that. And I don't know, teams might want to just be like, hey, you know what? It's regular season. We'll chalk it up. We'll take a loss, and then that's it.
I can't stand it, but I'm praying that it's just for this year and it's still kind of like a COVID kind of rule, but we'll see. I don't really trust the commissioner, but it is what it is. Do we have any other noteworthy? Arenado hit a big home run in his Cardinals debut or his home Cardinals debut. Anything we left out before we go?
I got something for you guys. This is new news from
new
the
news
from the Athletic and Ken Rosenthal. So I guess in March during spring training, Major League Baseball sent out a memo saying that they were going to be inspecting and taking a closer look at doctoring up baseballs and using foreign substance. And Trevor Bauer has already had multiple baseballs submitted by the league for inspection from his start on Thursday, where there was visible markings and the baseballs were sticky.
Oh Jesus!
So one of my favorite people, Trevor Bauer. I mean, obviously, I don't think much is going to come from this. You can't really prove that he did anything. At this
just have
point,
him admit it. That's it.
But yeah, that's going on right now. Trevor Bauer's getting some baseballs looked at for scuffing them up potentially. So we'll see if that leads to anything over the next couple of days.
Yeah, that's something to pay attention to because obviously Trevor Bauer is a very colorful character in Major League Baseball, and I'm sure he's going to have a vlog about it. So we'll see. We didn't talk about the All-Star game, but it's moved, and that it is what it is at this point, and that's it.
Hey, Home Run Derby is going to be great. So that's all I can say, really. It's going to be fun.
So, so whether you agree or not, it's in Colorado. So that's all I want. That's all. We talked about it enough.
It's a really good stadium for an All-Star
news that we'd be remiss not to share on the podcast. Tyler, do you have anything else before we go?
I do not. We're good.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Hopefully next week we'll have Cash back. That would be sweet because I'm sure he had an opinion about Conforto and everything that we talked about. But we'll get that next week. But until then, enjoy week 2 of Major League Baseball. We're all so excited that it's back. The Yankees play the Rays and Blue Jays next week. The Phillies are playing.
They are playing the Braves in Atlanta.
Nice. The Braves in Atlanta. Oh, wait, I'm doing that game on Saturday. I'm working that game. So that strike zone will be me. So all complaints,
Okay.
Scott, text me. Okay?
I will be sure to text you on Saturday
Okay.
during that game.
All right. Sounds good. That will just do it for this episode of Base Hitball 4. For Tyler Blumenstick and Scott Roswell, my name is Glenn Zunigas. We will see you next week and enjoy the new season.